think I do. I think he comes from a genuine belief that we have a system that works. And it has for him. You know, he came from a poor family and worked hard and studied hard and became an engineer and, you know, moved up through the ranks and became secure and very comfortable. I guess I kind of view my father as a prototypical, comfortable liberal in America. And I feel like that's the audience that I'm most drawn to addressing. And so I think, you know, a book is a series of letters to him, you know, without the kind of emotional directness of our actual conversations. I think it might be a good way to address the comfortable liberal audience.
When did you last speak with him?
Christmas.
It's a long time.
Yep.
The next day, the last, begins like all the others, a conversation with someone who isn't there. We made it through, I tell Carolyn. The boats didn't flip, no one got tossed, the bad things didn't happen. That was normal for her, and I watched her test it a lot. Usually, the bad things don't happen. She had magical powers. I saw her make it rain once where it had not rained for 40 years. We're loading boats again. I find John Weishaupt.
I'm trying to remember that thing that you told me that you have to do when things get really bad.
Oh, yes. So sometimes things don't happen very well on the river, and boats flip or driftwood gets in the way. And one of the things that I've learned through the years is when things get like you're actually combating nature and you're not getting anywhere, it's best to surrender.
Prison. He and I have a lot of time to think about what the river is saying about a dangerous descent.
Surrender is something a football coach would never say, but when you're out here, there's nothing wrong with surrender. It's actually a good idea.
Next left.
The Descent was produced by Alex Chadwick and Bill Abbott, with help from Leo Delagula. The editor was Jacob Conrad. Thanks to tabla artist Alok Dutta and recording engineer Mario Diaz. Special thanks to Scott Carrier and Lisa Miller. I'm Bob Carlson. And from KCRW.com, you're listening to Unfictional. After 21 months in prison, including 22 days in isolation, Tim DeChristopher was released just before Earth Day. And a few days ago, Alex Chadwick recorded this conversation with him.
Ken Sanders, Rare Books.
Tim, it's Alex.
Hey, Alex, how are you?
I'm well. Hey, so you're at work already. What are you doing there at the bookstore?
Well, I work here at the bookstore. It's where I've been working while I was at the halfway house. I was able to leave during the day and come to work and then just go back there at night. It's somewhat of a radical bookstore. The owner has a long history with Edward Abbey, and it's a great place to be.
Hey, it's good to talk to you again.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to be at least more free than I used to be.
More free because you're still on probation and will be for a while.
Yeah, I've got 3 years of probation.
Yeah. So prison, Tim, I wonder, you know, incarceration is supposed to be a punishment, and in theory it teaches one a lesson, I suppose, or that's anyway the idea of the judicial system. Did it change you? Is there a lesson that you come away from there with?
I certainly think it changed me. It was something that was challenging for me, but I'd say that it furthered me on the path that I was already on. It certainly didn't turn me around, didn't make me regret anything, and I think it deepened my understanding of a lot of different social justice issues. For me, it was spending 2 years with really one of the most oppressed populations of people in our society. The injustice witnessed in my legal case is not at all unusual. And for the most part,